Alright, that's a lot better. We can all see a little bit more focused now. I was having a little bit of issues with the camera being blurry. Anyway, here we are, Jack Creek Campground. As you can see, it is pretty dark. There's my vehicle. There's my wood trailer hiding back there. So nobody here. One of the main reasons for doing this video today is I noticed right there in the fire pit that I didn't bring any fire starter. Luckily enough, I packed some newspaper, and it hasn't started snowing yet, which is always a bonus. Sometimes a lot of people have trouble getting a fire going. Given just a couple of basics, you can see here I'm in the fire ring, and I have broken up a lot of smaller sticks. The majority of them are dry enough that when you break them over your leg or just push your knee against them, they should crack. If you find that you're putting your knee into them and they're bending over your knee, they're way too green. Look around if you can. Worst case scenario, you have to use that green stuff because either it's summertime and everything's nice and well watered, or it's been raining, and that's obviously a different challenge that I'm facing tonight. So I just kind of want to show right here I've stuffed about 2 sections of a newspaper just crumpled up in the bottom there. I'm not a big fan of these tall fire rings because they don't allow a lot of air to get into the fire when it's first going. Once you got a hotbed of coals, it's, you know, they burn just fine. But when you're first starting, it's a little bit of a problem. Especially tonight. I mean, it is dead calm. There's not a lick of breeze. You can almost feel the crickets farting. Anyway, I just kind of stack up as much as you can, as much as you have available. Obviously, depending on your situation, it's going to alter how much you're able to quickly gather. Luckily around here there's a lot of dry timber. Being in the desert southwest, I find that always helps. Next thing you want is your trusty lighter. You know, nothing special there. Obviously, if you're going to be out in the wilderness, by chance you, at a minimum, want to carry at least a lighter. Better to have some waterproof matches or something, but you know, we all plan differently. Well, anyway, just get down in here, and best thing to do is just crumple your paper up, light it in a couple different spots, and if you're in a dire consequence where a fire means life or death and you've got limited paper to get your fire going, I don't recommend throwing it all in on one batch. Take a couple sections like I've done here, and use the rest of the or save the rest of the paper in case this thing blows out or just doesn't get going. My hope here is that within a couple minutes we got a raging fire, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off my light so you guys can see what happens here. I assure you I've used nothing but just a couple pieces of paper, newspaper crumpled up, and just some dry kindling. Now sometimes you get lucky and all the areas where you've stuffed paper, namely over here, did not ignite as well as I wanted to, but you can see right here in the middle that we got some good combustion going, and looks like sticks are already burning. At this point I would say that the fire is it's going to take off here. you want to definitely put enough on the fire that you're not immediately rushing to throw a bunch of timber on, specifically logs. You kind of want to get this thinner stuff because it burns hot, it burns quick. It definitely burns fast because it is little, but it'll get you a nice good fire going, and it'll start some of those what I would call smaller logs that I put on top. Once those things are going, and this is going to be rip-roaring probably in another minute or so, definitely want to keep feeding it. At this point I wouldn't throw on any large logs. Definitely some split timber if you have it. Definitely wait for a little bit of some coals to show up, and then if all you have is green or wet lumber, or not lumber but timber, you might throw it on after a couple minutes. But that's pretty much it. How to make a quick and easy fire if you've got the right stuff. Thanks for watching.